Hi, Jim Kinloch, Rockville, Maryland. About a year ago, I had a poem on YouTube and I accidentally deleted it. And I'd already torn up the paper that I'd written it on. And I was kind of annoyed. And then only yesterday, I found this cassette. And part of the poem was on this cassette. And I decided to listen to it and try to rewrite it. And that's exactly what I've done. And I'm going to post it back on YouTube again. See if I get any reaction. The poem is simply called My Precious Children. Last year I was talking to Bob, the guy who lives next door, and he told me that he'd just become a dad. And after congratulating him, my thoughts raced back to many, many years before, as I remembered the birth of my darling daughter Angela, the first child that my wife and I had had. I remember her telling me she was in labour and the baby was on its way. So I rushed her into hospital and immediately went to see my neighbour and asked him to call me as soon as the baby came. For I knew I'd be working and I couldn't get time off from work that day. And since it was so close to being Christmas, my wife and I had decided that Angela would be the baby's name. Now it seemed I waited for hours and hours. And I was very nervous, a feeling every father knows. And when the baby was born, I rushed into the maternity ward, gave my wife a hug, a kiss, and a great big bunch of flowers. And I held that beautiful child in my arms. And she was absolutely perfect, from her head down to her toes. And a very few months went by, and Angela hadn't yet reached the age of 1. Once again, we were choosing children's names. As we awaited the birth of our second child, that the doctor had informed us was going to be a son. And he was born just as perfect as Angela was. We gave thanks to God for all his blessings. My wife decided to call him after me, so she called the baby James. Another year went by as quickly as the years had done before. And once again, we were awaiting the results of a pregnancy test. And the doctors told us it was positive. She was expecting baby number 3. And the good Lord gave us a beautiful child once more. And we gave thanks to God for the beautiful children we possessed. And we decided we would call this precious baby Donna Marie. Now we had 3 beautiful children, but my wife and I, we still wanted more. It was only a year or so later when our 4th baby came. He was just as beautiful and as perfect as the other 3 children God had blessed us with before. So once more, we thanked God for all his blessings. And we called the baby John, because that was my wife's father's name. Now, I don't get to see my children very much, because they live so far away from me. But even though we very seldom keep in touch, I love every single one of them with all my heart. And I'm as proud of every one of them as any parent here in America could ever hope to be. God bless you all. God bless America.